As I continue to learn how to use YouTube, I have a lot of pictures that I've taken over the years of places I have been. This place is the Stratica in Hutchinson, Kansas. And I took photographs. I wasn't on YouTube at the time, but I figured it was worth sharing. I got to go 650 feet down into the earth and see the Hutchinson Salt Company mine, which began operation in 1923. In 1923, the elevator I rode held 15 people, and it was sketch. Believe it or not, it took me 4 times before I would get on that thing. This is the front of the building as you walk in. Hutchinson, Kansas is really farm town country. This is the only real industry that's out there. This is the front of the building as you walk in. This sign says 650 feet above, one of the wonders. This is us going into the building and getting ready to join in going down into the mine. So as you walk into the lounge area, they have a depiction of the elevator that you're going to take down into the shaft, and it shows how it was built in 1923. It has not been updated since 1923, and I mean, maybe the cables have been maintenance and everything like that, and that's why I was so scared to go down this thing. Also in the lounge area, they have salt stones sitting out for display, things that they haven't used or they're just scrap. So that was pretty cool. And here's some more salt that they had displayed out in the lounge area before we went down. So this image is us boarding the elevator going down the shaft, and we were required to wear rescue breathers and hard hats the entire time we were down there. This is my friend Erin and the elevator operator. She likes to have fun with people, so this is a good image of the elevator operator who was taking us down. Going back outside before we go into the mine, this is one of the trains that was decommissioned in about 1980 that used to bring the raw salt up from the mine. They used other means after that, so they've got that on display out front. This is a story of a tractor that was put into the mine on a brilliant idea. It was bought for $60. The next slide will show a picture of the actual tractor itself, commonly referred to as Max. And I've let a lot of extra time for you to read this, or you can pause the video. This is a picture of Max, 650 feet underground, and it was a converted biodiesel unit, and the plaque pretty much said everything about it. I think I should have put this picture in black and white. This is me startled frightless down in the mine. My friend Aaron was able to capture it on camera. This is one of the first supercomputers ever produced, and it's down there in storage also. This is one of the contraptions that they brought down into the mine. The interesting fact behind this is that it was brought down piece by piece in that 4x4 elevator coming down, elevator coming down into the mine, and then put together to fit into the mine. This is me still scared beyond all belief, but sitting by a large block of salt sitting down in the mine. So this is a museum, and this is a depiction of the conditions as they're digging into the salt and pulling it out. It was really interesting because it was quite dirty, but you could definitely see all the salt and everything that was associated with it. This is a close look at how you can see the stone and the salt being all compacted. Of course, it has to be separated. I think the last thing I said, they claim this is 250 million years of deposits. So that's pretty neat how you see it stacked up. Well, although Mike Rowe was not there with us, he does have a statue down there, a cardboard pop up. Apparently, he did a dirt jobs down in this mine, and so he had to come visit us also. Another vehicle down in the mine. Remember, they're bringing this down by a 4x4 elevator from 650 feet above. They would disassemble the cars. Most of them were salvage cars, and then they would reassemble them to their needs in the mine. So this is one view of it. Of course, you had to have an explosive engineer down there and the certification and paperwork to do all the explosions that were taking place in the mine, and still are to this day. But there was a pamphlet down there giving instructions to explosive engineers. The front view of the Mad Max modified car that came down the mine shaft. Just interesting what they needed and what they didn't. This is another device within the mine that was notable and was tied off, so we took a picture of it. The mine has been renamed many times over the years. This is the Carry Salt Company, one of the devices they use to move the salt through the mine. I couldn't imagine working in these conditions. Here we have a ginormous saw mechanism that they use to cut into the salt when the tractors were unable to do it. It still sits down there in the mine and has not deteriorated. This was probably back in like 1930, 1940, somewhere around there. This is my friend Aaron standing behind what is almost a 5-foot piece of salt put on display for us to look at while we were down there. So because of the pristine conditions and the depth of the mine, Hollywood has actually leased a lot of the already mined areas for storage. Again, it's 68 degrees, less than 45% humidity, and it's beautiful for preserving artifacts. This is a Superman costume that is displayed down there so everybody can see. All the Superman costumes are down in that mine from Hollywood, and you'll see here in the future pictures how vast Hollywood has this place packed. Before we go there, Aaron had to tease me and tell me I survived the shaft. Maybe she did too, I don't know. This picture depicts the vast majority of storage that Hollywood has down in the vault. And this area is tourism based. The mine is thousands of miles north at this point, but this tourism area shows us how Hollywood is storing all their stuff. Another image of the vast amounts of storage that Hollywood and others store down in the mines, and it's just for preservation purposes. One of the things was Bugs Bunny. It's on display, a rendering of Bugs Bunny. It sits down there, and it has been there since probably the 30s or 40s. I kind of like the old renderings of Bugs Bunny. Here's an old rendering of Sylvester the Cat. And this excited me, seeing actual Wonka bars down in the salt mine to be preserved for a long time. I gave a little extra time on this clip so that you guys could read it, or you can pause the video. This is talking about what's coming, up and coming. It's probably there. It's been probably 5 years since I've been there. So might be something worth reading. Kind of blurry, kind of dark, but still terrified. This is down in the mine. The lighting wasn't all that good. I was just hoping to get out of this hole. Here's another picture of Hollywood reels that are either out, being sorted, being moved around, being examined, whatever. But all these boxes back here are Hollywood movie reels, and you can imagine how many there are since 1923. I hope you like this video series. Subscribe, like, and share.